Today's case relates to a situation in determining if a participant actually has a required minimum distribution requirement. As a reminder, these are real-life cases drawn from calls to our consultants on the resource desk from financial professionals all over the country. Our question today is, does a participant have to take a required minimum distribution in all situations? The answer is surprisingly no. Let's delve into the situation. Our consultants received a call from a trust officer in South Dakota with an intriguing question as to who must take required minimum distributions. Here's the background. The trust department oversaw several hundred plans, and they had recently taken over an existing 401k plan. While reviewing the participant information, the administrator discovered a 75-year-old retired participant had not been taking RMDs. Clearly concerned, they contacted us and wanted to know how to remediate the situation. The participant had worked for a large heavy equipment company for decades and had accumulated a large balance in the 401k plan. They had been retired for 9 years. After further research, we determined that, in fact, no RMD was required as the individual had a special election known as a 242B2 election in effect, which meant no RMDs were required. Let's explore what exactly is a TEFRA 242B2 election and how it works. Section 242B2 of the Tax Equity and Fiscal Responsibility Act of 1982, or TEFRA, permitted a participant to make a transitional rule election that would govern disbursements made to the individual. If the participant made such an election and the election is still valid, the distribution made pursuant to the election must satisfy the requirements of the Internal Revenue Code Section 401A9 as in effect as of the end of 1983. The modern RMD rules were effective beginning in 1984. Prior to this date, most participants weren't required to take RMDs unless the plan required such. When the RMD rules changed, participants could generally avoid the new RMD's requirements if they made a timely 242B election. The election had to have been made by December 31st, 1983. The TEFRA 242B election rules were strict, and if the account was subsequently rolled over or transferred to an IRA or another qualified plan, the election ceased to be valid. If the participant rolled over or transferred to another plan, the election was no longer valid and RMDs would need to commence in the year following the rollover. However, in this situation, the participant left his account balance in the original plan and their TEFRA 242B election remained valid. As a financial advisor who works with plan sponsors and participants, you can play a pivotal role in helping them with cases such as this. If you're looking for a more in-depth written version of this case, you can find it on our website at theretirementlc.com.